Hello, friend, and welcome. If you're new here, I want to welcome you to the collective. And if you're returning, I'm so excited to see you, and I hope things are going better for you than the last time we talked. Today, we are going to be talking about if you're feeling forgotten, lost, if you're feeling like just nothing is supporting you, that you feel like you're always the rug's always being pulled underneath your feet. If you're just feeling like the universe's biggest cosmic joke. That is what we're working on right now. That is what we're focusing on. And as always, I am a solution-oriented person, but we need to get to the root of the issue, the real issue, not just the obvious thing that's on the surface, and see what is keeping us in this belief that, that we are in this place where nothing can change, where nothing can get better. Or even if we know that things can change, it just feels like everything that we do is like done against us. No decisions, just grooving. So right away, I am understanding that you are in a place where you're trying to control things, you're trying to make things happen in your way, you're trying to manipulate things in your favor. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you're trying to be manipulative and that you're trying to, get one up on somebody. What I am saying, though, is you're trying to tell the universe, you're trying to force things to be done in a way that you see as the only logical and possible way, and you're not making room for the universe to kind of just do its own thing, to allow things to happen. You're not giving room for flexibility. You're being rigid and just expecting things to work out how you expect them to work out, because that has to be the solution when it's not. Jumping is scary, staying frozen is scarier. I got this in the last reading that we did with this deck. And again, it's one of those things where things need to change and you need to move forward. And why you're feeling lost or forgotten is because you're just trying to keep doing the same thing over and over again. And you know it's not working for you. You know this. But it's one of those where you need to do something different and you need to make that leap. You need to make that change. And for some of you, that could just be calling somebody and asking for help. Yeah, that could be your jump, asking for help. For some of you, that could be being real vulnerable with your friend or spouse or a parent or loved one about whatever is going on in your life. That can be the jump. This jump doesn't have to be a job career change. It doesn't have to be you, kicking everyone out of your life because it's just too much for you to handle. It doesn't have to be, something drastic. Sometimes, and most of the time for me, the scariest jumps are the ones that are just being honest, being vulnerable, talking to people, letting people know what's really happening on the inside. Interesting. And how you know that's what you want exactly? So this card was one of the more difficult ones for me to learn, but I eventually figured it out through my own forced trial and error. And what it is it's like with this card, with the no decisions, just grooving. It's you think that what you're doing and what you're going through and what you're trying to obtain is 100% what you want. Easy classic example is, you know that it would be better if you had more money coming in. So you're trying to get this job promotion, going after this job promotion, thinking that it's going to be better. When, yeah, you'll be making more money, but you also might be sacrificing more of your sanity, more of your time, more of who you are. And while financially you might have a little bit more overflowing, your cup is going to be so empty that your health and other things might be affected. Is that really what you want? Do you really want that job promotion? Is the life that you're living, that you're trying to control, that's keeping you in the place where you're not having fun and you're feeling so overwhelmed, in a fog, tired, and crying about? Is this what you want? I don't think it is. Because if it was, you wouldn't be in the situation. So let's think about that. What is it you really want? I am brand new, plus teenager me, plus childhood me, plus baby me, plus source. This card's a really good visual for the truth of who you are, and the truth of like how your mind works, how the decisions that you're doing, how your personality actually works. Because your defense mechanisms, your coping mechanisms, your, reactions that are just more off the cuff than they are thought out, and even how you live your life, all stem from something that happened to you in the past. Most of us, it's that childhood and young adult, wound that we're facing, that we're ignoring, and that we're not even talking about. Things that our parents said to us or did to us, things that our friends and teachers did to us, things that our, at the time, lovers did to us. They're still affecting who you are now and creating the life that you're doing now. And it's one of those where you have to really look within and say, is part of my problem the fact that I'm living a life that was created for me, not by me? Have I left other people to shape my life and to dictate where I am and tell me that this is my path, or have I done it? Was childhood you or teenage you set on a path that was laid out for you but not by you, and you never once questioned it? Do you even know who you are at source before you were shaped by society and the people that love you? Think about that. It'll never be perfect, so I'll leave it blank and let the earth slowly consume me. We've all been here. That blank canvas is petrifying because just the one wrong mark is going to mess it up. And you know what? You know how a lot of artists, including myself, get around that? You just mess it up on purpose. Because, at least with acrylic paints. With acrylic paints, you can paint over it. You just need to get past that initial anxiety. You just need to start doing. And if you're not doing acrylic paint, so like with my colored pencils, I just start making lines. And then I allow those lines to connect to other lines, and then I start shading, and then I'm starting to make something. It's a matter of just trusting the process, but starting. Because if you do nothing, it's gonna stay blank. If you do something, you're gonna be able to create something. And if you don't like it at first, just, keep going at it. You're gonna get better. It's one of those things where, I hate the saying practice makes perfect because there really is no perfect, but like, practice makes good. So keep doing. Extremely slow, long-term growth. This is gonna be a journey. And there's no way to make this journey fast. There's no way to speed up the process. This isn't something that's going to change overnight. What you're going through right now, the feelings that you're feeling, the discontent, the, just constant ache and like you're lost in fog and confusion, it's going to be a little bit before you completely feel like you're on solid ground. But that's because you have to shake up the foundation. So if you're in the Midwest right now of America, there is a season called fall. I'm sure you're all aware of it. It kind of looks like this card where the leaves are all changing. And you are being asked to enter into a very long fall season where you let go of a lot of things that aren't serving you. And then after that fall, you have to go through a winter season. In that winter season, you're going to have to dig roots, and you're going to really have to find out who you are at that core, who you are that is, going to sustain your happiness. And then comes your spring season where you start planting new seeds and you start, dabbling in these things that are right for you, that are good for you. You start laying boundaries and foundations, and you start creating and start being you. And then your summer season. When you are in your summer season, you can kind of take it easy and you can start reaping what you harvest. Or sorry, reaping what you sow. You can start reaping what you sow, not what you harvest. And you can start getting some of the labors of your fruit. And you can start doing all of that, the fruit of your labors. I am saying words and phrases backwards really bad right now. It is what it is. But summer is when you start seeing all the things at their beginning. And then you get to that new fall phase. And in that new fall phase, that's where you really do harvest all the fruit. That's really where you do see the big change. For some of you, this could take months. For some of you, this could take years. What the important thing is to focus on every little individual win that you do. Every time you make a jump, every time that you play something on this canvas, every time that you give yourself the ability to just be you, to just go with the flow and to let go. So now I want to ask the tarot cards, because why we're here has been made very obvious, but I want to know what it is that is keeping us in this trapped feeling, like we can't be ourselves. Like, okay, that we can't, do what it is that we've always wanted to do. What's keeping us so confined that we feel like there's just no chance out? So we've got the Knight of Swords here. Knights like to go, they like to move, they like to do. Swords is that air element, it's your thoughts, it's your mind, it's your mentality. And here, it's in its reverse position. So that's telling me that your thoughts are all jumbled up right now. And the easiest way to unjumble your thoughts, journal, meditate, give yourself the ability to talk, to say things, to open up to people. You need to actively get those thoughts out of your head. And until you do, you're just going to stay in this spot. Four of Pentacles in its reverse position. I want to remind you that Pentacles is not just about finances, it's about time and energy, because you spend time and you spend energy. And here with the Four of Pentacles, you're being asked to use discernment. But instead of discerning, you're just not doing anything. Because if you don't do anything, then you can't waste anything. It's like this whole blank canvas thing. And yeah, I mean, you're kind of right, but at the same time, if you're not doing anything, you're not making change, you're not doing anything to help your future. You're just staying still, and staying still is being stagnant. And being stagnant isn't helping you right now. So what is it that you need to spend your time and energy doing? What is it maybe that you need to put some resources towards? Queen of Cups in her reverse position. A lot of resistance going on right now. So let's talk about the Queen of Cups. I don't care if you're male or female, this is the Divine Feminine. And the Queen of Cups is your ability to work through your emotions, to lean into your emotions. And instead of allowing yourself to feel your grief, to feel your sorrow, to feel your aggravation, you're just shutting it down and saying, nope, I'm not dealing with this. Nope, I don't have time for this. Nope, now's not the time. I'm not going to be sad. I'm not going to be angry. I'm just going to shove it down. And I'm going to use the coping mechanism that's not great for this. I'm probably going to numb it. And I'm just going to, just not deal with this right now. Eight of Cups in its reverse position. So you know what it is that you need to do. You know what it is that you want to do. The Eight of Cups in its reverse position is you saying, I've had enough. I'm tired. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do me. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to leave society and all this material BS behind. And in its reverse position, again, there's just, you need to take the step forward. You need to do it. You know already. You feel it. It's just a matter of you doing it. Are all of these reversed? Oh, okay, there's one upright. And then we have the Two of Swords in its reverse position. So just like with that Eight of Cups, where you know it, you need to do it. Two of Swords in its reverse position is saying that you are paralyzed by a decision. And now you've made a decision, but you don't believe in it. You don't have faith in it. You think that it's the wrong decision. And instead of moving forward to even see if it's a good decision or not, you're just staying at that crossroads. It's like you're literally at a fork in the road, why is it called a fork? Anyway, you're at a fork in the road and you can go right or you can go left. And you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go left. But instead of going left, you're just staying there. Stuck. Thinking about the fact that you're gonna go left. It's not doing you anything. Then we have the Page of Wands in its reverse position. This is that whole, I want to start something, I'm going to be new at something, and if I'm not perfect at it, then it sucks and I'm not good at it, and I'm never doing it again. Pages are always new. Pages are always, figuring something out for the first time. Wands is that action-oriented suit, which is you doing something, you following your passion, your action, your desires, and you creating. And the Page of Wands in reversed, it's just angry and upset because this is aggravating, it's not fun, and it's not working out the way I want. Because I want it to be a certain way. I want it to be done the way that I want it to be, and I'm not allowing myself to just go with the flow and trust it. And our only upright card. Which, irony, this card's better reversed. So we got the Eight of Swords in its upright position. This is you creating your own cage, you having your own limitations, your own fears, your own doubts, and letting everybody else and everything else keep you contained in a box, even though there's no lid to it. Even though you're in your own cage and you hold the key, the door's wide open. You're just so stuck in your head right now. You are so just giving away your power, giving away your ability to claim you. This perfect storm of cards, of the tarot cards, is literally you being in such resistance, being so in your head and saying, you know what? I'm not even going to do it right, so why bother trying? It's like these cards all encompass this blank canvas thing. It's like, you know that you can be this amazing artist. You know that you have the ability to create and do something that's just so phenomenal. And you can feel it so in your heart. But instead, you just decide that you're going to let the world swallow you whole. Which just leaves you miserable and uncomfortable. But you'd rather do that because staying frozen somehow is more comfortable for you than taking that jump? No, because you're not comfortable. You're not. You're a mess. So let's make that jump. Let's talk to people. Let's call people. Let's start a hobby. Let's, read a book. Let's sing. Let's do whatever it is that you need to do and that you feel called to do. As long as it's not hurting you or somebody else, you're safe. Let's do it. Now I want to ask the cards what it is that we can do to get out of this frozen space, to get out of this fear space, to get out of this resistance. What is it that we can do to get us to take that first step towards whatever it is that is at our heart space, that's at our center, to allow us to create, to be, to get this journey started? Because part of the reason this might be an extremely slow long-term growth journey thing is because you're literally dragging your feet. Are you going to be stuck with your feet in the ground the whole time, or are you going to start actively walking? One will get you there quicker than the other. Sacred space. Sacred space is all about you giving yourself the ability to have a space and a place where you go internal and you start to just listen to yourself. You find stillness, you find peace, whether that be meditating on a regular basis, whether that be journaling on a regular basis, whether that be you giving yourself a 10-minute walk on a daily basis. You need to do something where you can clear your head and be honest with yourself and get real about what it is that you want. Sacred space doesn't necessarily have to be a physical space. Again, you can clear your head. You can go for a walk, maybe exercise, maybe going to the gym. But it could also just be you sitting in your car 5 minutes before you come home from work and just letting yourself just be. Letting yourself let go of everything that happened at work, letting yourself not even be what you are at home yet and just be you. Your sacred space can be you just for 2 minutes in the shower, just allowing yourself to feel the water just wash away your worries, your stresses, your fears. Sacred space can literally be you lighting a candle for yourself for 10 minutes and allowing yourself to have hope for a better future and then blowing the candle out. Sacred space is whatever you make it, but what's important is that you do it. Psychic development. This card, first and foremost, is always a reminder to trust your intuition. And yeah, maybe you'll get some psychic gifts. I'm not going to be able to tell you specifically what yours are because this is a general reading and it's a lot of people I'm reading for. But one thing that always applies to everybody is intuition. Follow and listen to that intuition. Start trusting the guidance. Start trusting your own inner seeds. And if you feel a tug to do something that's a little illogical, see where it follows you. As long as it's not going to get anyone hurt, see where it follows you. Give yourself the ability to start trusting that the universe is going to take care of you as well. What do I mean by that? It's that whole rigidity and thinking that you have to have it done your way. And understand that I don't care who it is that you believe in. I don't care if it's God, God, Goddess, if it's spirit, if it's universe, if it's consciousness, or if you don't believe in anybody. Here's the thing. Science has proven that your thoughts and words cast radio waves. And that the universe literally alters itself based off of things that you think and say. Don't ask me how it works, but it does. So even if you don't believe in some type of supernatural being, you still have a way to understand that the universe does respond to you and that you respond to it. Movement into balance. I was honestly talking about that with Sacred Space, about needing to give yourself that chance to clear your head, but this is even more obvious. And what I love about this is this card is almost chaotic because there's the water, there's the little Triskel, there's the moon and the star, which could be the sun. And then there's the ground, and it's like, what's going on in this card? Well, here's the thing. Movement into balance isn't going to be easy in the sense of like, there's no one definite way to do it. Some days your balancing is going to be you releasing and crying. Other days, it's just going to be you cleaning your house over and over again because it's what you need to do. Some days, it's going to look like a lot of journaling. Movement into balance is you letting yourself do what you need to balance. The other flip of this coin could be movement and balance could be you just actively resting. What do I mean by active resting? I'm not talking about you sitting on the couch and thinking about all the things that you need to get done and what you need to do for work and the fact that you have to get the kids scheduled and that you have to get the groceries and what's going to be for dinner and you're going to have the family over this weekend. That's not rest. The rest I'm talking about is you sitting on the couch and turning your brain off. Whether that be you, watching Netflix, whether that be you listening to a podcast, whether that be you reading a book. Turn the brain off. Let yourself rest. Inner journey. I mentioned a few times how you need to go inward, and this card was the first one that really brought it up. Actually, I think that one too. But we need to go inward. We need to start seeing ourselves for who we truly are. Not for the mask that we're wearing, not for all the different hats that we wear, not for who our spouse, our kids, our family, our coworkers, our bosses, not for what they all see us, but for who we really are on the inside. Because when you get to that part of yourself, things are going to happen so naturally. It's going to feel amazing. And you really will just be grooving. You really will just be living life. And the decisions won't even really be decisions. It'll just be a natural, yeah, this is what we're doing. And that's not saying you can't have a plan. It's not saying you can't have goals. It's good to have plans. It's good to have goals. It's good to have some structure. But it's the rigidity. It's the stillness. It's the stuckness. That is what we need to let go of. And we're going to find the answer on how to do that by going inward. Now I just want to ask Spirit for some encouragement. Because I get it. You feel defeated. You feel exhausted. You've been carrying this for so long, and you've been fighting this almost for so long because you've been trying to fit who you are at your core, into the reality that you have now. And the truth is, the reality that you have now is like you being a sphere and trying to fit yourself into a cube that's too small for you and wondering why it's not working out. It's not working out because you're not being you. Give your inner critic a vacation day. Be kind to yourself. Easier said than done. I'm aware of that. Especially when your inner critic has had the real reins of the car and been driving the vehicle for a long time. Giving your inner critic a vacation day can be really difficult. But if you can just tell it, hey, you know what? You're not the boss of me anymore. I'm taking control. I really just wish you'd stop talking. and tell it what your truth is, you'll find eventually it's not going to be loud anymore, and it's going to maybe whisper every once in a while. But right now, where you are in the beginning, you just need to tell it to shut the fuck up. You need to tell it that you need to be kind to yourself, and that the only thing that matters is what you want to say and do. So when that voice starts to come at you and says, you're not good enough, you can't do this, this isn't right for you, you're going to fail, you're going to let everyone down, you're going to be sad, stop. First, tell it to stop. And then tell it that those aren't your truths, and that those thoughts aren't yours to have or to claim. They're just thoughts that are going in your head, but they are not who you are. And then start saying out some affirmations. Start saying, you're allowed to be who you are. You're allowed to have fun. You're allowed to, be your authentic self. You're allowed to paint. You're allowed to draw. You're allowed to do whatever it is. Give yourself permission. Life can be hard and life can be wonderful. Which will you focus on? This is another good question one, and this one kind of feels like a slap in the face when I asked for encouragement, but hear me out. When life feels uncomfortable and when life feels like things are just going all over the place and that there's no answer and that nothing is going to ever sit still, it's easy to focus on what's not working. It's easy to focus on the bad. But in those moments, if you can find one or two good things going on in your life, those are going to be the things that are going to carry you forward and going to remind you that good things do happen. And on some days, some of those good things might just be the fact that you have a bed to sleep on. Some of those good things might just be that you have water to drink. Some of those good things might be the fact that the sun provides you warmth and that the air provides oxygen, and that's okay. Allow those good things to be the things that carry you forward, so eventually you can find a lot more good things and you can find it easier to focus on those. Because life can be hard or life can be wonderful. It's a choice, yeah. But even when you focus on the wonderful, it doesn't take away the hardness sometimes. Because sometimes growth is growth, and sometimes life just sucks. But when life sucks, just again, look for the few things that are going good for you. And know that it'll get better as you go on. Remember that it's okay to be happy. Really, it is. I think you forgot that. I think you forgot that what used to make you happy is something that's okay to do. You forgot that the thing that brought you joy wasn't a bad thing. It just, again, didn't fit the path, didn't fit the picture, didn't fit the image others had for you. So remember, it's okay to be happy. Really, it is. It's just a matter of you trusting in yourself to be happy and say, you know what? I'm going to do what makes me happy. Again, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, it doesn't matter what you do. Just do it. You don't need permission anymore. You are your own permission slip. When you find something that excites you, go all in, enjoy the ride. Here we are with the last card, just wrapping up a reading so beautifully. If you needed any more of an answer of how to get you started, of how to get to this, how to make that first mark, how to get out of that free state, how to let yourself just be, it's right here. When you find that thing that excites you, go all in and enjoy the ride. Enjoy the scribbles, enjoy the mess ups, enjoy the bad notes, enjoy whatever it is, the mess ups, the silliness, the incompletes, the non-perfection, the, whatever. Enjoy it. And understand that, while you're doing this journey, you're not going at it alone. We have a whole community, a whole collective of people who are also going on their journey and doing the things that they need to do to find themselves. You're not just doing this because you're failing at life. Society gave you this lot. Society gave you this box. And you are doing what everyone else has done and just done it because that's what was expected of you, and that's okay, because now you want to be different and now you want to be you, and that's why you're here. So congratulate yourself for even making it to this point. You wouldn't be in this fogginess if you weren't trying to be you. So give yourself that and understand that what you're doing is brave and courageous, even if it doesn't feel about it, and even if it seems silly. If you need help getting that first step, go ahead, write some questions in the comments. The collective will be here to answer your questions. I will do my best to answer your questions. And if you want more information on what it is that's keeping you in this resistance spot, that's keeping you frozen, that's keeping you from moving, if you're still stuck on how to move forward, hit me up in the link below. I do have just some available dates for some private readings still. I'd love to, meet you in person. But this is all I got for you today. And I'm sorry that I don't have, a better answer on the fact that, it's going to change tomorrow. That my answer is going to be that this is a journey. Like, that is my answer, that this is a process. But I know you can do it. I know you can overcome this, and I know you're going to do great things. And I know you're going to inspire other people to do great things. So just start doing it. And then in the next video, come back and let me know how it works out for you. Okay? I love you. I'm excited to hear from you again, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye-bye.